Let's talk about healing irritable bowel disease or colitis. It can be done, and I want to talk to you about one of my cases and how you can do this too.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today I want to talk about healing irritable bowel disease or colitis and talk about one of my particular cases that I had. A person come to me. They had terrible, colitis, and the doctors wanted to put them on medications, and she said no, and I want to get a hold of Dr. Haider, and we'll see, how I progress with that. And she was in terrible pain, absolutely terrible pain. And, this is not a comfortable disease. There's no doubt about that. But I have to tell you, I have seen this over and over and over again, and it really goes back to diet. There's no doubt about this. This particular person, all they ate was fast food and also processed food at home. Everything came out of a box, absolutely everything. And now this person, they're starting to actually enjoy fruits and vegetables and that type of thing, which are, natural, not out of a box, and from the produce aisle instead of the regular aisle in the market, and getting rid of all that terrible toxins in processed food. Really not good, and also there's no fiber whatsoever, and also putting on a couple things which I recommend. First of all, for a couple weeks, she was on marshmallow root, and we'll get into slippery elm in a minute. Marshmallow root, which is really good anti-inflammatory for the whole GI tract, and this really made a huge difference. I recommend that taking 400 milligram capsules 2 or 3 times a day. That really makes a big difference, getting rid of that inflammation in a huge way, and everything starts to die down and get really kind of back to normal. But the biggest thing also is also other foods that will help also, which are like slippery elm, which is really great also. And I'd also recommend taking about the same amount, 4 capsules, 400 milligrams each, 3 or 4 times a day. And that really is a soothing balm over the whole GI tract that helps to get rid of inflammation. And that really helps in a great way also. Also, the biggest thing is, getting off that processed food. It's full of all kinds of toxins, all kinds of chemicals, all kinds of everything. And also getting away from the animal products. The animal products will inflame the GI tract. A third of a teaspoon will put a person into inflammation for 30 days. So I've seen this over and over and over again. And when people start letting go of the animal products, their inflammation in their body starts to disappear. And I see all kinds of things start to disappear in general as far as, diseases. Arthritis disappears, their rheumatoid arthritis disappears. They start to see people who had, colitis and Crohn's disease, actually get out of the hospital too, and all kinds of different things. So just amazing how a plant-based diet will make a huge difference. Also starting to have some fennel tea and anise tea, which is very relaxing and soothing for the GI tract, which is very, very good. Also peppermint tea is very soothing and relaxing and helps to get rid of spasms of the GI tract. I highly recommend. Peppermint tea is great for the liver also. And I find it to be a great rejuvenator for the liver in general, which is the liver is connected to the GI tract. There's no doubt about that. Excuse me. Also, raspberry leaf tea, which has a lot of tannins in it, which are really good for getting rid of inflammation of the GI tract. and also to help stop diarrhea, which is really important. I think that's raspberry leaf tea is a godsend. There is no doubt about that. So if you have, inflammatory bowel disease or colitis, you want to have some, raspberry leaf tea for sure. You have raspberries growing somewhere, you can buy it, dried leaves, that's great, but if you can get the fresh, even better. Good old chamomile tea, one of the best things for soothing the GI tract in general and getting rid of all that inflammation, calming the GI tract down and helping to get rid of, that constant inflammation that's going on in the body, which eventually, if we don't take care of, can end up with ulcerative colitis, which is really not good. So, and also getting rid of all those chemicals in processed food and fast food especially. And all fast food is GMO food. Really not good. Also, amla fruit or amalaki fruit, really good. A lot helps with GI distress. Used in Ayurvedic medicine a lot, and also very soothing for getting rid of irritation of the GI tract. Really, really great. Also, triphala, which has haritaki and amalaka and another fruit by a bhakti fruit in it also. This is another Ayurvedic combination, and it comes in capsules, and I highly recommend that also. Good for healing the GI tract. And also good old aloe vera, which is great, helps with IBS and colitis and reduces all the inflammation. I recommend taking a 2 or 3 inch piece of real leaf of the aloe vera for the colitis, and just chopping that aloe vera up and taking it with a little honey or just put it with a little water and drink that down 2 or 3 times a day. The real leaf. Don't get these juices. A lot of them have terrible preservatives in them, and the preservatives are worse than anything, so it's really not good. Also, wild yam, a little tiny bit of licorice is also good. Also, lemon balm and ginger, and slight bit of cinnamon can also help too. And these can help with the indigestion and nausea and cramps, all these good in teas, which is really important. Don't take too much of the licorice root, otherwise you will cause major problems. I only recommend it for 7 to 10 days. And so that's really important. There's another really great bitter which comes from Europe called Iberogast, Iberogast, if you can find it. Really common in Germany and many different places. Excuse me. And really soothing for the GI tract and the colon and the small intestine in general, helping to relax the GI tract, and I highly recommend it. That's Iberogast. Also, you used as an after-dinner bitter type of thing also, which is really great for healing the GI tract. Also, good old boswellia, which is really important for healing, and it's right up there. The GI tract. Boswellia is a powerful anti-inflammatory for the whole body in general, and I highly recommend taking 4 capsules, 400 milligrams each, twice a day, morning and night, for no more than 10 days. It's very powerful, so you want to take a week off and then come back to it if you need to. Other things you can use: bromelian and turmeric and alfalfa, buchu, burdock root, yarrow, nettle, geranium, quercetin, also milk thistle, also bentonite clay, which is right over here in this tall bottle. Also helps to detox. It's really important also to take a lot of probiotics to start building up the good bacteria in the gut, which most people have killed off, which is really not good. I'm telling you. And so we need to put back probiotics. And I really recommend, getting the sauerkraut in there, getting the kimchi in there. For people with IBSO, IBD, I recommend you hold off on the kimchi, but a little sauerkraut now and then is good. But taking the capsules, a lot of capsules, I mean, most people don't take enough. And that's really, really important to get a lot of good probiotics built up. And a lot of people have bloating and pain and irritation because they've killed off all the bad, good bacteria and have bad bacteria growing. So, and this SIBO will cause all kinds of major problems, that's for sure. And during the process of having IBD, I stay away from caffeine in general. It's like the plague. Don't go there. Also, any kind of fatty food, also any kind of animal products really is inflammatory, and especially dairy products. Ooh, not good. Also, you need to get some wonderful good fiber in there. Oatmeal is really good. The soluble fiber is good to feed the good bacteria in your gut, and is very soothing for the GI tract. And also stay away from artificial sweeteners and colors and additives and preservatives and all kinds of things, and especially fast food. Really, really not good, I'm telling you. Fiber is important. Oats are great, like I said. Flaxseed powder, apples with lots of pectin in it, which is soothing for the GI tract. Also, carrots are really good for the GI tract. Really good anti-inflammatory agents for the body in general also. Also, it's important to have exercise and get back in the normal swing and get your GI tract back to where it should be. And a lot of these people who have been eating nothing but processed food, that's an animal that they've never touched before. So it's about getting them back in track, into life. Normally 100 years ago, everybody exercised because we are out walking and we were working on the farms, and we, got to work out on a regular basis. If you were, moving hay bales, you have big, strong arms and you were in good shape. Or if you're working in the garden or working as a craftsman, maybe you're building houses and, that type of thing. You are always moving something. And today we sit in front of computers. Not good. Also, alkalizing the body with lots of green juices, which is also important. Move into them slowly. I'll say that again. Move into them slowly. But the green juices are very soothing for the GI tract and will help to get rid of the colitis or IBD. Also, stress is a huge thing. If you do all this, but you don't take care of the stress, it's a waste of time, because the stress will override everything else and cause ongoing inflammation of the colon. And some people hold all their tension in their GI tract. And then other people hold it in their neck, and other people hold it in their lower back. And it just depends on the person. So they really need to do things like biofeedback, hypnosis, talk therapy. Meditation is super, super, super important. I recommend doing 2 hours of meditation every day. I do 2 hours of meditation every day, especially now. Yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, muscle relaxation techniques. Acupuncture is also really great. All these things really help in a great, great way. And there's a lot more. And also, they found that all these ways of relaxing the mind and body actually work really well. And studies show that after 3 months, their symptoms actually decreased by 70%. 70%. So, wow. If we have a lot of stress going on, it's really important that we take a look at the alternative ways of healing all that stress. And things like Tai Chi, Qigong, doing acupuncture, getting massages, all these different things, we normally think of taking a pill. I don't know about that. I'm really not a pill pusher. I really don't believe in that type of thing. If you really look at all the blue zones where the people live to be over 100 years old, they don't take anything. I find it really interesting that We take more pills than anybody else in the world, and we're sicker than anybody else in the world. It goes back to diet and our family life and getting out and having fun and taking care of ourselves and the interaction with the people, and that is really super, super important. As soon as we get anything, we want to pop a pill for it. That's not the answer. Why am I feeling stressed? That is a good question right there. Why am I feeling stressed? And then we take a look and go inward and deal with that and do some meditation. And also, talking with friends. That's really important. That was the first therapy. Before we decided, that the brain went to the psychologist, the body went to the doctors, and the soul went to the preacher or the reverend, whoever it was, and we just split it all up. But we are all one being. We got to take care of ourselves as one being, and I think it's really, 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 really important to do that. And so allow yourself to heal in a great way. Also, if you want to do a consultation with me, if you have, irritable bowel disease or colitis or MS or any number of different things, we can get you on the track to healing. I guarantee you, I'm not just saying maybe, I guarantee you that things are going to be good. You give me a call at 831-869-9119, 831-869-9119. All my contact information is at the end of the video, and you can click on show more, and it's down below. Also, if you want to prevent cancer, I recommend this, my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. Live a Cancer-Free Life. You can Google it. It will come up, and you can either buy the paperback copy, or you can download the Kindle version. And I'm telling you, 3 out of 5 people, moving towards 4 out of 5 people are coming down with cancer. You don't want to go there. Let's prevent that. We can decrease your chances of coming down with cancer by 1,000%. Then let's do that. I don't want to see you as a statistic. There's no doubt about that. I want to see you live a long, happy, prosperous, loving, giving, caring life. And you can do that. I know you can. And I know almost all of these diseases we have out there are caused by chronic illnesses that we can get rid of. I have to say about 95 or 97% of these diseases didn't happen 100, 200 years ago. They just weren't around. We've created them. So allow yourself to buy my book, and let's get rid of cancer, or at least reduce it in a great way. And remember a couple things. Remember God, and remember, I love you.